Shawshank Secrets. Take one. And 3, 2, 1. Hey, Barry Bow here, America's best crime writer. We're here in our Sunshine Room studios in beautiful suburban Folcroft. But today, a little something different. I'm going to let you in on 2 secrets about the filming of the Shawshank Redemption. Back when they spent real money to make real movies. Not like the crap they rammed down your throat today. To do so, I'm going to rely on a video I recorded a couple years back. So, here goes. I'm talking about the Shawshank Redemption today. So let's take a look at this scene from near the end of the movie and pay special attention to the voiceover when Morgan Freeman mentions Andy Dufresne's destination.
Andy Dufresne, who crawled through a river of shit and came out clean on the other side. Andy Dufresne, headed for the Pacific.
Morgan Freeman said Andy Dufresne headed for the Pacific. Got that? Headed for the Pacific. Now let's watch it again.
Andy Dufresne, who crawled through a river of shit and came out clean on the other side. Andy Dufresne, headed for the Pacific.
This is where I come in and say, bullshit. He's nowhere near Mexico. In fact, he's around 4,200 kilometers from Mexico. He's around 2,600 miles from Mexico. How do I know? I gazed at that view thousands of times. Recognized it as soon as I saw it on the big screen. That's the North Shore Road on the island of St. Croix on the way to Cane Bay. I lived on St. Croix for several years, doing 3 things. Teaching a country day school, algebra, geometry, and trig. Sports writer for the Daily News. In fact, first sports writer to put Tim Duncan's name on the sports page. And training for America's Paradise Triathlon. 2-mile ocean swim, a 60-mile bike, including a mountain climb up and over the Beast, and a 13-mile run. And here I am at the finish line. Not bad for 46, eh? I biked along that road and ran along that road, like I said, thousands of times. And that magnificent view stuck in my mind the first time I saw it. Now, please don't get me wrong. I'm not knocking the filmmakers. In fact, I'm praising them. Instead of using blue screen or CGI to go the quick, cheap route like they do today, and for the most part turn out crap, they spent money back then and did it right. They found locations that matched their visions. The producers spent time, manpower, and money transporting equipment, technical folk, and actors, in this case, to go on location on the island of St. Croix and shoot it there. A lot of time, manpower, and money for 13 seconds of footage. Now there's another great scene from the movie that was shot on St. Croix, but I'll get into that later. First, let's talk about Shawshank Redemption. It came from the novel Rita Hayworth and Shawshank Redemption by Stephen King before becoming a movie. Here's how IMDb describes it. 2 imprisoned men bond over a number of years, finding solace and eventual redemption through acts of common decency. Now let's watch the trailer.
Ladies and gentlemen, you've heard all the evidence. I submit that this was not a hot-blooded crime of passion. Consider this. A revolver holds 6 bullets, not 8. That means that he fired the gun empty and then stopped to reload.
By the power vested in me by the state of Maine, I hereby order you to serve 2 life sentences back to back, 1 for each of your victims. So be it.
Send you here for life. That's exactly what they take.
I believe in 2 things. Discipline.
Help me, Dad!
And the Bible. Here you'll receive both.
Andy came to Shawshank Prison in 1947. Why'd you do it?
I didn't, since you asked.
You gonna fit right in. I must admit, I didn't think much of Andy the first time I laid eyes on him. He had a quiet way about him. Walk and a talk that just wasn't normal around here.
There are places in the world that aren't made out of stone. There's something inside they can't touch.
What are you talking about?
Hope.
Let me tell you something, my friend. Hope is a dangerous thing.
Damn it, Dufresne, you're putting me
Now let's take a look at the way the movie ends.
All a thought in my head. I think it's the excitement only a free man can feel. A free man at the start of a long journey whose conclusion is uncertain. I hope I can make it across the border. I hope to see my friend and shake his hand. I hope the Pacific is as blue as it has been in my dreams. I hope.
Guess what, ladies and gentlemen? There's Morgan Freeman walking across the beach to meet his buddy Andy Dufresne. But that's not Mexico or the Pacific either. That's Sandy Point, a world-class beach out west near Frederiksted on the island of St. Croix. Again, movie producers, money well spent, good work. Yep, I lived on the island of St. Croix for several years, and my first crime fiction novel, Caribbean Queen, starts off at a Flyers ice hockey game in Philadelphia, then moves on to the island of St. Croix. And like all my fiction novels, the story is inspired by a true murder case I covered and involves real people, although the names are changed to protect the innocent or the not so innocent. Caribbean Queen is available on Amazon and most booksellers. So that's it for today. Thanks for stopping in. Until next time, see you. And that's a wrap.